What's going on YouTube? Today I want to talk to you about building this simple lamp. My name's Andy, this is Cedar River Woodworking, and welcome to the shop. So we are going to dive in and show you exactly how to make this simple lamp with included lights. All of the links are going to be in the description for lighting, different types of blades and things like that. So feel free to click those links and pick up your own gear there. All right, let's get to working and I'll show you exactly how we build this lamp.
Hello and welcome. This is Cedar River Woodworking, where we do projects just like this one to help take your woodworking craft to the next level. So how we are going to start this project is we're going to take some 3/4 inch poplar boards and rip it down to 4-inch wide strips. Once we're done ripping those boards into our 4-inch strips, we're going to cut a 45-degree bevel on them. This could also be done on a miter with standing the board vertically against the fence of your saw. So we're going to go ahead and use the cutoff end of this board to set our distance so that we get a perfect cube. Start by establishing your 45-degree cut on one end. So then we will flip the board over so that we are creating a trapezoid. Once we've done that one time, we're going to go ahead and do that 15 more times so we can make 4 cubes total. After we have that cut, we are going to go ahead and set our saw height to about 1/4 inch, and we're going to cut a dado into 4 sides so that we can have a floating shelf inside of them. You can pick up these gauge blocks through some of the links that we have down in the video description below. When I'm setting up these dados, I just set the fence to about 1 inch above the bottom, and then I ran all 4 pieces through so that we can get a cut through it. Then I move the fence slightly over so that I can make the dado a little bit wider so that a 1/4 inch piece of plywood will fit in there. And I just keep moving the fence over until that piece of plywood fits perfectly in there. Now this piece of plywood, I'm going to go ahead and cut one corner off of it so that we can get the wiring for our lights through there. This light that we're going to install is actually an under cabinet light that has been found on Amazon. This light will also be linked in the video description below. Installing this light is fairly easy. You just take off the front bezel, install 2 screws into our 1/4 inch piece of plywood, and then fit everything together. Here's our dry fit. Now to glue up these cubes, I'm going to go ahead and use a blue tape trick. Now that's lining up all of the ends of these boards, and then we're just essentially going to fold it all together. Also, do not forget to put glue in that very last joint. You can see here that I put some tape on here and then remembered that I forgot to put glue in the final joint. Then we're going to go ahead and do that same process for all 4 boxes. Now afterwards, you can see some of this blue tape did not come off correctly. So when I'm sanding it, I'm just going to go ahead and on the first pass with the 80 grit and use that to take off some of the excess tape. And it works perfectly fine to take off all that extra tape. Now, once we have these sanded accordingly, we're going to take 2 of the cubes and we're going to put a 45-degree cut on them so that we can create a fun geometric shape with these cubes. Now you can see here I have a right tilt saw. Some saws tilt to the left, unlike mine. I just have to put the fence on the opposite side so that I have a safer cut this way. Now I do 2 sides on 2 boxes. You could do 2 sides on one and 1 side on the other one, so you have a point at the top of your lamp as well. Once we have those done, with the cube with a light in it, we're going to go ahead and create a small cut so that the wire can pass through and not have any type of weird tilting on our lamp. Now finally, once we have everything cut, we're going to go ahead and assemble this. I'm using some Titebond 2 glue. Now you can see as I assemble this, I have a little bit of tilt between them, so they're not all completely lined up. It gives a little bit more shape and dimension to these lamps.
Now, if you made it this far, I assume that you enjoyed the video, so please consider subscribing and hitting that like button. We're gonna make more simple videos just like this one to help you do more DIY projects. We do also build some large furniture in this shop, so if you'd like to see those and follow along through our journey, please consider subscribing. Anyways, for now, I'm Andy. This has been Cedar River Woodworking, and we'll see you in the next video.